Hi, Cyclops FPV here, welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to be reviewing the Radiomaster Pocket radio. Before I start, the first thing you want to do is go into the Lewis script, where it's the Express Elrs Lewis script, and change the packet rate. It's set on something like F1000 or I can't remember what it was now, or D something or another, and a lot of equipment won't run on that, so you might want to set it to what your normal one is. Don't know why they shipped it out like that, but for some reason they all seem to be the same. Mine was, and I had to change it. So yeah, just make sure you go through the whole radios. I mean, obviously you're going to be setting it up anyway, the date, the time, all that sort of stuff. But yeah, go and check that out and change it before you bind it to anything, because that might cause a problem. Right, so what do you get in the box? Well, you get the radio obviously, and you get the little bag. You get a charge cable, but it also does firmware updates. You get a bunch of stickers. You get a QC code, QC certificate to prove that it's been checked. You get a screensaver, and you get like a packet of tiny little springs for the gimbals, and you do get a quick start guide. Radiomaster, if you go on their website, have got the full guide on there as well as a downloadable PDF document. Right, so that's that. Yeah, so the radio itself, which is doesn't come with any batteries, so you're gonna have to get your own 18650s typically, and you can use the button tops or the non-button top ones. Quite a pain to get in there. You have to take these off, and they're a very tight fit. First of all, we can see that we got the stick ends, which is handy. This is designed to be thrown into a rucksack and carry about with you without anything getting damaged. Now these gimbals are small, but they are Hall's effect gimbals. So yeah, I've already used this radio. Actually, it's quite good. It's a little bit on the thick side, but it's small. Let's go over what you get first. You get the SD card contents. Now, up until very recently, there wasn't any SD card contents available for this. I think people had to download the Radiomaster Zero, but Radiomaster have now included the SD card contents for all the different models of this on their website. So, you know, obviously if you don't back it up and something goes wrong, you can download the latest, well, you can download the SD card contents from their website now. Yeah, so that's that sorted. But you should really back it up on a computer. Just copy the SD card contents. If anything goes wrong with that, then you can just change it over. Right, so we've got the charging port there, and then you've got the USB port there. That's for your updates and whatnot. You got the aerial that can turn like that, and obviously like it's handy because it folds down. You've got a momentary switch here. You got I think it's just an on-off switch there, so that would be for your arming. You've got a 3-position switch there, a 3-position switch there. You've got another on-off switch there, and then you've got a rotary dial there, which is, you can't feel the indent in it, but it is quite stiff. And then you've got your 5-way trim buttons there, which also acts as a button itself. You've got your scroll wheel there that you press and enter. You've got your model, your sys key, your turn, your page, and it's got telly written on there. So that's how you get into your menus. When you switch this on,
welcome to HTX, throttle warning.
Yeah, you got when you switch these buttons on, you get like a little light that comes on, so you know whether you're switched on or not. These are the only ones it does it on. It won't do it on any of the others. It's balanced quite well, and yeah, that's about it really. I mean, it's a nice radio to use. Now there are different versions of this. I'll just turn this off. There is different versions to this. You can get the C2500 version. You can get this is the 250 milliwatt version. They do a 100 milliwatt version as well, which is LBT. I contacted Radiomaster a little while ago, and I asked them if they could send me a 250 milliwatt version, and they said, well, we can, but it's down to you whether you get caught or not, that you know, that you get in trouble, and we won't be held accountable. So I've set this to 100 milliwatts, but this will go up to 250, and obviously you got a nano module bay there, so if you want to go even higher in power, then you know you can fit, well, up to 1 watt I would have thought. I'm not sure. Mine only goes to 500, but I mean I wouldn't fly at that anyway. But yeah, so this is the 250 mega milliwatt version. So I just put it down to 100, and then just fly normally. Yeah, it's a very good radio. It's comfortable in the hand. Took a bit of a while locating the mode switch on there, because I've got my modes on there. I've got my what's that? That's my buzzer. That's my flip over crash. That's my arming switch, and the momentary switch, I don't think I've got it connected. I think that's the only, yeah, they're the only. But I was fumbling around trying to find this button here to change modes, but I guess I'll just get used to it, because I typically hold the controller there with my fingers over the button. But I found that after a while I started moving my fingers downwards, and then I couldn't remember where this button was. I was sort of fumbling around for it, and yeah, eventually I found it. But it's a bit hard when you're flying an acro, and you're trying to avoid hitting a load of trees, and you want to change the modes. But anyway, yeah, a lot of people seem to like find the this switch here, this two-way switch, a bit awkward. I've found that all my arming switches were a 2-position switch on all my other radios, and I found that it's a lot easier just to like click a switch. But to be honest, I've had no trouble with this. It's in the right place, so it's a different switch. You know, it doesn't really matter, does it? As long as you don't hit it by accident while you're flying, which I've done before, not on this radio, on a normal one. Yeah, it shouldn't be a problem. Obviously you can, you know, you can set it up so that you have to use two, like a pre-arm switch as well, but I don't bother with all that. Yeah, the menu's quite easy. It's just like any other radio. The gimbals are small. They got you know, they don't have a lot of travel, but you know, they work just the same as a big gimbal. These stick ends, I've got to admit, are a little bit sharp. I mean, they're not too bad for me. They're just about right. Now, I'm not a pincher, but I don't know. I suppose if you're a pincher, you could get used to it, but I don't pinch. I'm a thumber, so I find they're perfect for me. I like small gimbals anyway. These are the smallest ones I've ever had, but they respond well, and it was calibrated already from the factory, so yeah, it was perfect. I didn't have to do anything to it. I just set up a model on here and bound it. Talking of which, this comes with version 3 of Elrs, and I do believe it's on the latest version, whatever that is. I can't remember, 3 point something or another. I don't know, but it's on the latest version. I had to change one of my receivers to match this, because I've got no version 3 receivers. They're all version 2. So in order to use this, I had to I had to do some firmware updates and change to 3, just so that I can use this radio, and which I did. And yeah, works perfectly, brilliant. I know some people have had trouble with the SD card contents wiping themselves off and all that, but I think that's, now that Radiomaster, as I said, has put the SD card on their website, that's no problem. But you should always back it up anyway. Yeah, you got a trainer port there. I'm not sure what that one's for. But yeah, if you're charging the battery, do it from the bottom, not the top. Yeah, that's it really. Very good radio. It actually does more than some of the other radios I've got, and it's more powerful. And for something you're just gonna, like, you know, throw in a bag, it's brilliant. It feels right in the hand. It is a bit fat for its size, but yeah, it's weighted right. You know, it's good. It's a good little radio. I like it. I'll be using this as my daily driver for the quads that I'm going to be putting on here. Simply because, like, I don't have to worry about the sticks breaking. I can just take them off, whack them in the back, and it's done. In fact, I did that today. Just used it. So it just clips in the back there, and they're quite strong. They won't sort of like fall out or you know, vibrate out or anything like that. They're nice. They're a nice fit. Yeah, it's a good radio. Highly recommend it. Works perfectly. Like, just does what it does. And for the price, you know, £65 or, you know, 65 US dollars, you can't go wrong, because it, you know, it does exactly what it should do. It feels great. It's quite powerful, and yeah, you can change the fascias on them as well. You know, they're only about $14 to change colour on it, or if you drop it and you crack it and you want to get another sort of you know, cover for it, it's only $14. But I've got to say, the plastic on this is very thick, very strong. So if you do drop it, I doubt you'll break anything, unless you really sort of, like, you know, really do drop it down some concrete stairs or something. But yeah, no, it's great. I like it. I'm going to carry on using this. Anyway, that's it, folks. Just a short review on this. Yeah, get one. Highly recommend it. It's brilliant. Alright guys, I'll catch you in the next one.